Well, hello again, YouTube. This is my little video, or a better video of my Atomiswave now up and running. I think you can see there the Player 1 sticker. This was part of a group of machines used in Japan for a Street Fighter tournament. And I think there's a couple more of these around Ireland that have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I believe there was 12 of them. It's running Mr. Driller G, a PCB I picked up recently off Arcade Otaku, and it's pretty nice. I'm a bit disappointed about the control panel being an egret, but I believe there was never a two-player Atomiswave control panel, so I might see if I can get some sort of overlay. You can kind of see there, I'm not sure, I didn't really look too hard now if these are Sanwa or Famitsu, but they feel, I think they're Sanwa from just kind of the feel of them. The new Astro has Famitsu buttons and sticks. One thing that kind of struck me though was these connectors here are actually, they're the exact connectors on the new Astro City, so I'm wondering, is there kind of like a dual harness here for new Astro? That's Player 1 and Player 2, so I'm not quite sure what that's all about. And I happen to have one of these, I think Fagan RS had one of these recently, these Nintendo Wii sticks, and I bought one a while back in HMV, and I kind of hacked it to bits and put in a loom into it. Yeah, so I'm wondering, is there some way for me to wire up? Yeah, it's something to find out anyway. Under here, behind, yes, the main area where all the good stuff is. Oh yeah, and the plate, the Taito plate. They're a strange machine. I know they're Sammys, but they're clearly egret 2s. From everything seems to be identical on them with the egrets, even down to like the plate that says Taito. Mine doesn't even have a sticker on it to say Sammy, so I'm not quite sure. In here, obviously the PCB mounted on the, is it MDF? I think it's rosewood in there or something in the other machine. Yeah, MDF of some sort. What is it? A Namco system board. And I noticed a couple of things. You can see the connectors on the end of the board there. They seem to match up with kind of spare connectors that are in the loom here. Let's see if I can get the camera around. Yeah, there was these connectors that they match up exactly with the Sammy, or with the Mr. Driller board. And I noticed then kind of the far off connector is a 6-pin that also matches. So I don't know, are these for power, are these JVS or JAMA Plus or something? I'm limited in my knowledge when it comes to these sort of anything but JAMA setups. Just kind of wondering, is this some sort of stereo setup? You can see the spare kettle lead there. It's coming out of actually a plug board from the power supply, so there's actually 2 outputs on it. It's kind of manky inside there. I really need to clean it all out. There's 50 yen down the back there as well. If I don't think the camera picked it up. I kind of did a bit of a pikey thing then. Actually in the coin box, 29,419, and you can see the chips and stuff. It really does need a respray, but so does my car, so I'm not really too bothered at the moment. It came with a kick harness, a CPS2 kick harness, which will be handy, but I don't fancy. I prefer the setup where I have the proper plugs all plugged in, and I don't have to worry about swapping things over anyway. It's another day's work. And the coin, I changed it's missing the coin mech, so I popped in just a little button just to insert coins instead of opening it and toggling the thing all the time. This is the main kind of interface then for the board, or for the machine itself. So you've got your test switches, your service switches, your volume control, and then your pots then for the monitor. Now, I don't know if this is a more convenient place or a less convenient place, because at the moment the new Astro has it under the CP, and I have the volume under the CP, so I don't need this kind of, just flip it open, do what I need to do, and flip it closed again. Whereas this, you're kind of looking up and down, you can't really see the screen as you're making changes. Silly little complaint. And there's the 2 pins I pulled from the wire into the little button for insert coins, because I'm super lazy. I have to say I prefer the control panel on the new Astro. It just looks a hell of a lot better. I think Taito egret 3s are just, it's terribly boring looking. Also, they came with the marquee, the Mr. Driller marquee. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this marquee, if I put it back on or leave it off, but sure, there you go. Just the last overview of the machine, and the screen, I have to say, is lovely. Anyway, no burning, luckily. Thanks for watching, folks.